My mother demanded 24/7 access to my phone. I finally handed it over and realized the real reason. She was so desperate to see my screen. I have always been a very private person, especially when it comes to my digital life. It's not that I have anything to hide, but my phone is my workspace, my diary, and my connection to the world. A few months ago, my mother started acting strangely every time I received a notification. She would stop what she was doing and watch me as I typed, her eyes filled with a mix of anxiety and something I couldn't quite name. Then, last week, she sat me down and made a demand that felt completely out of character. She told me she needed 24/7 access to my phone, my passcode, my messages, and my call logs. She said it was about safety, but she wouldn't explain what she was actually afraid of. I felt a massive wave of frustration and betrayal. I am an adult with a steady life, and being treated like a teenager made me want to pull away even more. For 3 days, we barely spoke. Every time I entered a room, the atmosphere became heavy with a thick sense of suspense. I felt like I was being watched, like every movement I made was being analyzed. I started to wonder if my mother was losing her trust in me, or if she was going through some kind of crisis she couldn't share. The mystery of her demand was like a wall between us, and the more she pushed for access, the more I wanted to lock every door in my life. I was convinced our relationship was about to break over a simple piece of technology. The tension reached a peak on Tuesday evening when I caught her trying to guess my passcode while I was in the kitchen. I didn't yell. I just walked over, unlocked the phone, and handed it to her. I told her that if my privacy was the price of her peace of mind, she could have it, but I also told her that she was losing my respect in the process. I watched her hands tremble as she took the device. She didn't go to my texts. She didn't check my photos. Instead, she opened a specific app that tracks digital footprints and started looking through the search history for the last month. The room went silent as I waited for her to find whatever bad thing she was looking for, my heart pounding with a mix of anger and dread. She finally looked up, and her eyes were swimming with tears. The real secret was that my mother had recently been targeted by a sophisticated online scammer who had threatened our family, claiming they had access to all of our personal information. She was terrified that if she told me, the hackers would find out and hurt me. So she thought the only way to protect me was to monitor my phone herself to see if they were contacting me. She wasn't trying to control me. She was a mother who was paralyzed by a fear she didn't know how to handle alone. I realized then that her demand was actually a cry for help. We spent the night changing all our security settings together, and for the first time in years, we didn't just share a passcode, we shared the truth.